That is not good lighting. Hi, Judy. Hi, Mark. Oh, I gotta do something about this light. Hey, Sarah. That's not any better. Uh-oh. Hi,
Hey,
everybody.
Victoria.
Della. How are y'all?
How are you?
I'm well.
Good.
Almost Friday.
One
My
more
lighting
day.
is so funny. Sorry about that. Everybody having a good week?
Yeah, it's been good. Thank you.
Hey, Della.
Hello.
Hi, Wendy. Hi, Mary.
Hello. Trying to
So funny looking. What you eating, Judy?
Tater tots
Oh, yum.
and onion rings.
Oh
Don't
my
tell
God, that sounds
anybody.
delicious.
It's a heart attack waiting to happen.
hello,
What?
everybody.
Hi, Mary.
Bye.
How are you?
Wait a couple minutes. I know we got a couple more folks jumping on. That good picture of Roger.
That's the one we took at our event, I think.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
need to
it
get
is.
mine on there because I don't know how to get mine on there.
David sent you the
Oh, yeah.
resized one.
He did. I
Adding
haven't
it to
slowed
Zoom.
down long enough. Haven't
Yeah.
slowed down long enough to do it.
I'm going to see if I can change up my lighting because it's just driving me nuts.
Kind of gives you a halo.
Well, that's just there all the time, Roger. You just don't
Well,
see it.
well,
Sounds like she's bragging, Roger.
Sounds like, sounds like she's got something special going on I need to find out about.
well, it can't be bragging if it's true.
That's true.
Because I keep filing these horns down and they keep coming back.
Well, Roger, I'm wondering what's behind you. It looks like a painting of a pink dogwood tree or cherry tree or something. What is that?
It's a cherry blossom tree.
Cherry blossom tree. A painting of one.
This used to be my daughter's room and she wanted her room to be in Japan. So
I was gonna say it.
There you
the
go.
whole wall is a cherry blossom tree.
Oh, that's neat.
It's
Did y'all
like a
paint
chap.
it?
Pardon me?
Did y'all paint that, Roger?
We did. We
That's
painted
neat.
it together. She moved out and she won't let me paint over it.
Mm.
I don't blame her.
It's pretty. I know we were waiting for Nami Memphis has a new to me fellow joining us, but we will, for the sake of time, get started. All right. Well, thank you everybody for jumping on to this affiliate meeting. I know that there's been a lot of change this year and with me being new, it's been a little clunky getting started for walk, but we're doing really well, and I want to give you a couple updates on where we are just in general with progress on planning the walk and on fundraising as well. Let me pull up our page because I'm really impressed at what many of you and just collectively has happened since the kickoff last week. All right, you'll see here we're at 36% of our goal as of today. This is largely sponsorship. We're at about 17.5 in sponsorship, and last week I think we were at 10,000 on Tuesday when we had the kickoff. So that's really great. And just planning wise, this is where we need to be at this point, especially with, where your teams are going to come in and your folks will come in and do the fundraising and, bring in donations. So really pleased with this. And I hope you guys see that, we're moving in that direction. So you can also see we have 51 participants and 15 teams. Really, we would like for this to be, it's probably going to be closer to 50 to 60 teams realistically by the time we get people registered. And then, you know, if we could have 250 participants, I think that would be a realistic and, you know, great goal, especially this being the first year in a couple years with it being back in person. So yeah, I just wanted to give y'all a pat on the back for several of y'all helping us get here. So I also wanted to just update you. I know we mentioned it on the kickoff, and Sarah, I want to ask you about Upper East, but we have parks nailed down and the locations finalized in the 3 regions of East. It's going to be at Lakeshore Park in Knoxville. It's going to be on, I actually went to Knoxville and met with the team at Lakeshore Park. It's on this upper overlook. It is absolutely beautiful. Really excited about that. In Franklin, it'll be at the park at Harlansdale Farm, which is by the factory in Franklin, if any of y'all have ever been there. And then in West, it is going to be, where am I thinking? Excuse me. In Upper East, it's going to be at Founders Park in Johnson City. And then Sarah, do you want to give us an update on your conversation with the parks team?
Yes, absolutely. I'm sorry my camera is not on. I don't have good enough service to do both.
You're fine.
But I had a really good conversation with our Jackson Parks and Rec department. They're very supportive of NAMI. And I just had a couple more questions for you whenever you can call me so I can
Okay.
finalize that with them.
Yeah.
But we came to 2 locations. One of those is in North Jackson at Muse Park. The park has a pond and it has several pavilions that you can go under that we can use for people for the picnic. And it has lots of space for parking and walking. And so we kind of thought that was the best option since it has lots of space. And then on that day, we have like North and South Jackson in Jackson, and South Jackson is having a big historical celebration, I guess, for the south part of Jackson. And the committee there was interested in us having the walk in the area that they're having the celebration, and hopefully, you know, bringing more attention to NAMI as well. But they just didn't know about the space, if we would have enough space for it. So I had a couple of questions for you just whenever you have time.
Absolutely. Those are both great developments of having, it's Muse. Is it like Muse, like an inspiration muse?
Yes.
Okay.
And she went ahead and blocked off both the dates for South Jackson and that park until we
Awesome.
decided. So
Yeah, I'll give you a call after this, Sarah, but that's exciting, especially if there's space to do it in an area that could bring more attention to NAMI.
yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Mhm.
So those are really our updates of just logistics and progress. I want to open the floor at this point for questions, just from any and all affiliates before we kind of dive into action items and next steps.
I have several questions.
All right, Della.
One is I set up a Facebook donation for my birthday, but I didn't do it through the website for NAMI Walks. Is
Okay.
there a way for me to get credit for that, or how will that work?
So did you set it up to go to just NAMI in general?
Yeah, I think so.
We can talk on our back end, that can be switched. It's going, if it's just for NAMI Tennessee in general, it'll just go to our like general fund and we can transfer that over, but I can look at that amount and credit that to your, soft credit that to your account,
Okay.
but I'll talk
And
to
then
our,
I've had people ask me if a donor wants to mail in a check. I assume they just mail it to the 1101 Kermit Drive address.
yes, ma'am. Just make
And-
sure in the check memo, they put your name or your team name.
Okay. Or the affiliate name with that.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the check should be made out to NAMI Walks Tennessee or NAMI
Ro-
Tennessee, either one.
Roger, do you have any insight on that? If NAMI Tennessee or NAMI Walks Tennessee for checks, if that's a necessary distinction?
NAMI Tennessee NAMI walks Tennessee, either one are acceptable.
Okay,
Thank
all
you.
right.
You covered the most important part about getting, the designation where the money needs to be tagged to in the memo line so that we know. Sometimes we get checks that show up in the office and we have no idea what we're supposed to do with the money. And so making sure that it has your team information, who the money needs to get connected to is important.
Okay, thank you. I've got more questions, but I'll let
Go.
somebody else
Go
take a
for
turn
it.
before I keep going.
You might have some of the same questions other people have, Della. So
Okay, I'm supposed to get some sponsor packets from you guys. Have those been shipped or mailed, or how are you sending those?
those were mailed out last week to the address,
Wow.
whatever address we have on file for you.
Wow, I didn't get them.
Okay,
Okay,
I'll check on those. I'll send you another round, and you might end up getting a bunch of them, but we'll get some more sent to you if they should be there by now.
okay, and then this is specific for the actual walk day. And will NAMI staff do press releases for the walk in each region, or are we supposed to do that, the affiliates involved?
So we have started working with they're not necessarily a PR firm, but just a kind of an agency called Chris. And we actually done some outreach to them this week about, what can we do? How can our efforts best be distributed across the state? So we're trying to get on some radio and TV shows, but we will definitely do some print press releases. And then that's something that we can have just a general one, and I can send that to you to have.
But our local paper, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
And
If I might ask a question on that.
Sure.
For press releases, I've always been curious about this in regards to getting it in our local papers for Mount Juliet and Lebanon. I don't even know how to approach the paper in regards to getting it without, cost, without having to pay for it. Is that done? Is that the way it's done?
Yeah, so there's a couple different ways, and it depends on the paper. It depends on, if you know somebody there. The best way to kind of cold approach a paper is for me to get the name of the publication, to send it on, the NAMI staff or NAMI side, send it to them and say, we've got this great event coming up. We would love if you could publish this, and then talk to them about, if they could be an in-kind sponsor. I have found most of the time they will put a press release in, or somehow we can work with them most likely. But that is something for all of the affiliates for your local area. If there's a paper that is like the thing that people check, that's very important to let me know, because that's something.
Yeah, yes, and I've thought of this same thing in regards to just press releases for my affiliate, period.
Right.
So that's something I really need to learn.
Yeah, and that's something, when I reach out to them, that I could CC you on it and be like, I'd like to introduce you to, our affiliate leader in this area, and then kind of just build a relationship from there.
Right. If anything you can teach me, I would love to
Yeah,
be here.
I'd be
Mark,
happy to.
if I could add this, I've been in our local paper numerous times, and all I
Right.
do is just tell them who I am and that I'm with the nonprofit, and we just have a conversation about what we do and who we are. And I've never paid for anything.
But Mary, it's you. It's just you that, you're so,
You're you.
everybody
Mark.
wants to,
You
it's
can do it.
you know.
You can do it too.
You can convince them easily, no problem.
Roger just put something funny in the chat, which, it's funny, but it's probably true, or not probably true. It is true. One of our old leaders always used to drop off community service announcements taped to a box of Krispy Kreme donuts, got their ads for free every time.
Oh
Genius.
my gosh, I never even considered such a thing.
How easy too. I like that.
Yeah, it's a
But
good idea.
I think, contact, Wendy, in your area, have you worked with different publications or anything like that?
No, I haven't. We have a NAMI Dixon, and I'm sure they do call the paper and have things put in the paper. But I don't get the paper, so I don't know if they're in there.
Okay. Yeah. So that's something to all of y'all. Please do, if you're writing out your to-do list, think of the publications in your area that you know people really read or receive, and shoot me an email, and then we can go from there and getting that out, and I'll CC you, so hopefully we can build some relationships. And Mary, of course,
Love that.
you've already got some, so you and I can chat on that.
The newspaper has 4 pages now, so
Wow.
yeah. it's-
Victoria, just so you know that there's a template for press releases on the NAMI.org website.
Yes, NAMI is really good, the national, about providing that to us. Thank you, Judy. Great question. Della, what else you got?
Yeah, I still have some more.
Go for it.
Will NAMI provide any signs on the day of the walk?
Yes,
Okay.
I'll
So
tell
you'll have
you.
it set up so people know where to go and,
Yes, ma'am. So I'll give y'all kind of an overlook at this. So at all 4 sites, we will have NAMI staff that day. It's most likely going to be 2 staff members. What we will do is very early that morning, or if the parks will let us the night before, we will set up. So we'll have signs, we're providing tables, chairs, and tents, and we are generally setting up the area. One thing I do want to talk about on this meeting is who of the affiliates can come and help and volunteer, but all of those things that you normally see at the walk, we are setting up with your help.
oh, okay. So we don't even have to bring a table or anything.
Only if you want extra room or have extra folks, because what we'll do a little closer to time is we're going to get a count on who's coming, what you need, what space you need, because then we'll have tables, for CIT and all of that too. So,
Oh, okay.
Well, can I ask a question?
sure.
On average for these teams, about how many people maybe on average is there or have
On a
there been?
team,
Yeah.
I was looking through the teams over, the first year was a little different. I would say 5 to 8 is probably the average, because you've got,
Oh, okay.
like Oak Ridge, you all have like 22. But then a lot of teams are in that 5 to 8 range.
Okay.
Some
Well, that
teams
gives me
have
a
2 people.
good idea. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
We had, I think, 22 last year.
Yeah.
Now this year, we have a lot of people that are like, I'll donate and I'll join the team, but I may not walk. So I
That's
don't know how
fine.
many we'll have. I said, I don't care. That'll work for us,
And we love to get, just for everybody's FYI, we love to have people register, even if they know already they can't be there on walk day, because they're going to get all the emails with all the information. If they're not registered, they're not getting that correspondence. So do encourage your folks to do that.
Even if they don't donate, it's still good.
Yeah. And, likely I have found if they register, they will donate.
They will, yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I've signed up for this or not, but will I be able to get materials that I can pass on? Say, for instance, I'm doing my monthly group,
Mhm.
and I don't know if you have that electronically or paper or whatever that I might be able to get out to my affiliate group.
Mhm. Yes, so we have the general flyer, which I'm taking notes here of everything I'm going to send. It's going to be kind of a comprehensive email to y'all after this. We have just the general flyer with the front picture in the back with the details. And then we also have a participant guidebook, which is like a 20-page PDF. It's really pretty, and it's checklists and just really kind of walks you through, this is what you need to do as a walker.
Do you
So I'll
have
make-
sign, did you require sign-in sheets?
Sign-in sheets.
For people that are walking, do you require them to sign in, like have a sign-in sheet?
Just to register online. That's
Oh,
the
just,
thing.
okay,
Because if
Okay.
they register online, that's the best way we track them. And then
Okay.
they're put on lists to get all the correspondence.
gotcha.
Do
Mhm.
we have a one page, like a simple flyer
Yes, ma'am.
that we can put up?
Yes, ma'am. And I will send that
Okay.
out
If
to
you have it, that
y'all.
would be great.
Yes. It's just like an 8.5 by 11.
Yeah, that would be perfect, because I want to put it at the college and just anywhere I can put it,
Yes.
you know.
Okay, Della, back to you.
Oh, the last one was just, you had, in the earlier meetings, talked about NAMI providing food and drinks or whatever to be determined. Where are we on that?
So that is a big thing where affiliates can come in and help. I've reached out to all, pretty much all of the Costco's, Sam's, all of that across the state. They are really good at giving like $50 gift cards, which you can buy those big bulks of chips and granola bars and things like that. So we'll have that at every walk just for people to grab and take. It's really funny now with liability of grilling and meat and all that. People are just real
Right.
funny about that. And honestly, the last thing we want is a press release about NAMI, people getting food poisoning at the NAMI walk.
Yeah.
So what we would like to do would be to have pizzas or like sandwiches, box type lunches where people can grab and go. I know we had mentioned having a food truck, which I think is a fun option at the walks. So kind of the to-do list, and I'll again send all this in an email, but if y'all are taking notes, what is like the cool food truck, or do you know anybody involved with a food truck in your area? And when I say area, I mean region.
Mhm.
And also, are there any local pizza or sandwich shops that you either we can contact together, and you feel comfortable contacting? That's where we need to delve in. I've learned, I've had really good success with like Little Caesars or Papa John's is kind of tricky. I don't know why, but Domino's, if you give them your 501c3 letter and say, hey, this is what we're doing in the area. We'd love to promote you as our, Little Caesar supports NAMI walks. I have found that that's pretty easy, but it is doing the footwork to go and get them to agree to do.
Now you said 501c3 and we're a Plan B. Is it-
It's just the NAMI Tennessee. You would just give them the NAMI Tennessee letterhead because we have a letter prepared to hand to
Gotcha.
them and say,
Okay.
hey, this is what's going on. Good question.
Yes, we have Cisco, that is a member of the Chamber of Commerce with us.
Oh, okay.
And they've done stuff in the past, so I will contact them. And
Yeah.
they maybe, last time I talked with her, she said that they would do something. I don't know what they've got, but I think they've got everything in the world.
Yeah, I think so.
And like,
And I'll send y'all, I'll attach this to this large email, just your in-kind letter to give to, if it's, if y'all have a Buffalo Rock or something, I don't know if they have that in Tennessee, a Buffalo Rock or like somewhere that has like sodas or waters, anywhere like that. I'll put in the email, what are our needs in each region and attach the letter. So all you have to do is go in and say, hey, I'm with, NAMI Oak Ridge. This is what we've got going on. We would love to promote you as a supporter of NAMI. So that's where we are on the food. So we're good on the little pickup snacks, but since it is the picnic, we want to make sure there's a couple options. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Della?
I do have another question, and it involves buying products with the NAMI name on them. I looked on the NAMI at the NAMI store, And a tablecloth, $237. That's kind of cost prohibitive for our little affiliate.
Yes.
Are we allowed to get anything printed up on our own?
Roger, what do you think about this? Because my thought is yes, but Roger, if he's still on here.
You're on mute.
Well, my camera was working.
We can read your lips.
Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, so there's an issue that is going on the website that you're talking about is probably namistore.com.
Mhm.
And NAMI has asked us not to utilize them. They have told us specifically not to order from them. There was an agreement in place years and years ago in which NAMI was getting funding. They were mutually beneficial for using the NAMI logo and selling products with the NAMI name on it. NAMI was getting money, and the company stopped sending NAMI money, and they're continuing to use the name and sell products.
Oh, really?
So NAMI, and we sent out an announcement about this last fall, I believe it was, and people have asked us not to utilize them. I hate it because they have really, really good products. You can utilize your logo, you can utilize the NAMI Tennessee logo. We have a number of, I think, either 3 or 4 NAMI Tennessee tablecloths that have the NAMI Tennessee logo on them. They're just not cheap items. There are all kinds of requirements. You can't just use a tablecloth. For most event spaces and anything having to do events, they got to be fire retardant. They've got to be, there's all kinds of additional legal things to consider. And that's what adds up to that cost.
There's instructions on the NAMI.org about what you have to do to print that stuff. Because we printed a banner.
And I will say too, I talked to Jeff, yesterday, and we are planning to order several more tablecloths. And just really, invest in that. But, for your personal affiliate, we have to talk about, dispersing that and what that would look like.
Okay.
Let's see. Roger put in the chat. Okay, back to what you were saying, Mark, about people registering and sign-in sheets. If people day of the walk want to come up and register, that would be something that we would do by hand. I mean, they would fill out a waiver, and that's what that would look like.
And you would send me those forms so that I could have those available.
The waivers. If you register online, the waiver is part of your process.
Okay. So if you're like saying that they show up on the day of the walk, I have to do it by hand. So
we would do it.
You would do it.
Yes, staff would do it.
You mean if you're, in other words, you would be present at our walk?
Yes, there will be at least 2 staff members at each walk.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
okay.
And the reason we do that is because for the purposes of t-shirts, we will print off who's registered and how much they've raised at like midnight on Friday night, just because there's no way that we can go in and like be scrambling the morning of. Want to have that list and have those shirts set aside. So then if people come up and if they, write $100 check, they'll get a shirt that day. Does that make sense?
Yep. Okay.
See. Okay. Kathy, did that help with your tablecloth question?
Victoria, this is Carolyn Hawkins, NAMI Johnson City.
Hey, Carolyn.
I wanted to ask about on the kickoff video, there was a video there that you showed at the very beginning. Is there a way of getting a copy of that we could send out like to Northeast State, some of the places where they might use that to let the students sort of know about the walk and recruit walk teams that way?
Yes, great point. That is a file I can attach to this email too. This email I'm sending is going to be like your Bible. I mean, it's going to be all your thing. But yeah, that's the 3-minute video where it just is like talking about walk and stuff.
Right. And
Okay.
Gabe's was great. I think that was his name, was great too, about
Yeah.
would be great for students to see, if you're dealing with this,
I
with
can
help and hope.
crop that. Yeah, I can make that. I think those two are right next to each other. So I could just make that like a clip and send that.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Della, back to you.
I'm finished.
Okay, good deal. Did anybody else have any more questions that have been sparked by these really, really good questions? Okay, I think now the best thing that we can do, since nobody has any just general questions, is talk about for each region. I want to walk through and look at who is going to be planning to be at each walk, and will you be able to be there in a volunteer capacity? So let's start with East. What affiliates do we have on the call that are going to be at the East Walk?
Maryville.
Okay.
Oak
Oak
Ridge.
Ridge.
Mhm.
Okay. Maryville, Oak Ridge, anybody else?
I'm assuming Knoxville would be there. But I'm having trouble getting their president to call me back.
I am too.
So,
Yeah. For the purposes of, volunteers, I know Tony won't be there on walk day. Kathy, how are you feeling about
I don't know how many I'll get, but I'll probably at least 4 or maybe 5 people, maybe more.
okay. And what we really want to do, with having
There's some kind of ball game going on. I think it's Alabama game. And a lot of people are hung up with the Alabama festivities, how they do. all
yeah,
that.
I went to Alabama, so
Yeah. So you understand.
I do. And what we want, guys, just reminder with this picnic, our goal is to have people that have ever been involved with NAMI, people that are interested in NAMI, need services, and then, potential partners. So healthcare, any kind of, basically we've just invited anyone that wants to know anything about NAMI to the picnic. So what we really want the affiliates to do, part one is to help set up and kind of run walk day. And then part two is for the picnic. We want you to be able to promote your affiliate. So if there's somebody that lives in Maryville and really has no idea how to get involved, but needs, wants to have some class or really needs a support group or something like that, we want you to be there at a table to talk to them. Does that make sense?
Yes, we'll have several people there for sure.
Okay, good.
And you need us there at 8:15 that morning?
I will have, so I'm very schedule oriented. So probably 3 weeks out, I will have like a minute by minute schedule for everybody of who needs to be where, when, and what exactly, we're expected to do, so that if there are any alterations of, oh, well, I can't do that, we can get everything kind of situated. Okay. What about West Tennessee?
I know for sure I'll be there, and I have several that I think will be with me. I have to confirm that. My partner from the Parks and Recs department wants to be there, but of course she'll be doing the historical celebration day. So if we have it there, then she'll be, close to that area, then she will be there. But I think I have several from Jackson, and I know that Memphis was planning on, I think Marta couldn't come to this meeting, but I think Marta will probably be involved, and I can talk to her about that later.
Yes, and we had another fella, I think it might be John Paul, that's trying to connect to audio here, that was going to join today. So again, I'll send out an email what we need and kind of who we're wanting to get a preliminary head count on being there.
We'll have people from Gibson County there to help.
Perfect. Anybody else in West? What about middle? I don't know if we have anybody on the call from middle.
I don't know the kind of the status of this is like, I mean, I walked last year with the Stewarts and Don Smith and those kind of things at the Greenway is
Mhm.
where we walked. But that's in Hermitage, and so we kind of piggybacked on theirs. I'm, you know, a little vague on how, you know, to get, you know, the four corners of Wilson County involved. And so this is a real learning opportunity for me.
Yes,
And
that's what it's all
well,
about.
yes, well, so I'm going to, you know, I'm going to hesitantly, or I don't remember the word, but let's see
Tentative?
what let's see what tentative. Yes, let's see what happens.
Okay.
And because I've got my monthly support group tonight, and I will present that to them and see
Awesome.
what kind of interest that they show. They're pretty much my base. And so from then, you know, it's asking family and friends, and then going out into the wider areas. And how do I do that? Like through the press releases, through
Mhm.
other things, you know, so this is really,
Hey, Mark,
yes.
do you know anybody at the Chamber of Commerce?
No, but I even last year I thought about that would be a good chance for me to really spread the, you know, Wilson County, NAMI Wilson County, but I hadn't got that far yet.
Okay.
but that's what that's one of the things I'm aiming at.
There's- Yeah.
It's a good
Yeah.
idea. It's
We
a
have
great
a
idea.
really good, we have a really good, a guy that used to work in social services as the director of outreach. So
Mhm.
he's really good about getting the word out and all that, once he knows the word and gives you a chance to do it. So that
Okay.
might be, I don't know if you've got somebody exactly like that, but just a thought.
Well, I know where it's at, and I will connect with them and begin to develop a relationship with them, because I really believe that they're going to be one of the best chances for this message to get out in the local area, and it's a good place to start. So I take that idea. I think Kathy is really good. So I will do that. I've just been involved in so many other things with NAMI that I haven't got that far yet.
I understand.
And Mark and anyone else on the call, I'm happy to schedule like an offshoot call with you to talk about best ways to strategize for your affiliate.
Oh,
And of
okay.
course, Mary and Wendy and Judy, we can loop y'all in as well, just to kind of put our heads together and make like a plan. Because I know kind of the vagueness, like I'll say stuff and I'm like, you know, it is kind of vague, you know, how do we boil that down and make that into actionable steps?
Right. It's getting the concrete. I'm trying to get my head around it.
Yeah.
And getting
yeah.
the concrete steps to take so I can check it off and know that I'm accomplishing something instead of running around in circles.
Yeah, Mark, let's schedule a one-off call. And again, anybody else, I probably will just call several of y'all tomorrow and Monday and just make sure what personal questions you have.
Okay.
And we can just kind of walk through that, because I'm sure things are popping up, and you know, as we're getting closer, which it's crazy that it's already April 7th.
Yeah. So the walk is May 21st. Is that correct?
Correct. So
Okay.
registration starts at 9 Central,
Okay.
10 Eastern. The walk itself starts at 10 Central, 11 Eastern. And then the family picnic, we have it set as starting immediately after the walk. So basically people could walk 15 feet and then walk to the picnic.
Right.
So yeah, that's the
I like that.
yeah. The
Okay,
great thing
Victoria,
about yes, Carolyn.
you said, okay, yeah, you said it was going to start at 9 Central and 9 Eastern, or did I misunderstand you, the registration?
10 Eastern, 9 Central for the registration.
Okay,
an 11
Okay.
Eastern.
I thought that's what
10
we
Central.
talked about before, but I want to be sure I didn't misunderstood. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
that is
I've got
right.
that straight now. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then we have it scheduled for the picnic to go till about 1 o'clock. So that gives people several hours.
And that picnic will start at
Basically, let's just say 10, 11 Eastern,
lo-
10 Central. Yeah.
okay.
We have it at the parks where you can walk. They have it marked for 5K and they have it marked by mile. But my thing is walk as much as you can and as you want. It's more of a symbolic thing. Anybody else for middle?
I'm in middle, but I'm sure I'll be doing a staff duty instead of affiliate. And I talked to Dixon, the affiliate in Dixon,
Mhm.
and they said they were planning on doing something themselves in Dixon.
Okay.
So I don't think they'll be in Franklin.
Yeah, I will give them a call because I know some people still, after seeing the walk your way format, some people really like that and want to just have their own walk. So thank you. Wendy.
Victoria, I've got a dog with a dislocated leg and the vet just called and said that I could bring her. So I'm going.
Yeah, thank
I'll
you,
talk to
Kathy.
you later.
Yes,
Holler,
good luck.
if you're calling tomorrow, holler at me or I'll holler at you.
I will. Good luck.
Thank you. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye, Kathy.
What about Upper East?
Carolyn Hawkins, Upper East,
Thank you.
Nami Johnson City.
Perfect. And then do you know kind of what your team or your folks are looking like that day?
I plan on being there.
Okay.
And we may have a couple of others. Our meeting is next Thursday night, and I'll see if we can recruit some more.
Okay.
So
Good deal.
we've got, I know a couple of people that might have been there have a conflict that day,
Okay.
and several others are looking into it. I know some are
Perfect.
having some family issues, health issues, and different things that will make a difference depending on what's happening closer to time. So.
Yes. Okay, good deal. Who is the 901 number we've got on the call? Roger, you're muted.
That's Carolyn. Oh,
Who's
sorry,
that?
I apologize.
I had to look back.
No, she's the 423.
No,
I believe,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. It may be John Paul.
Okay. We'll see if,
Memphis, isn't it?
and then Dawn, I'm going to talk to Robin tomorrow morning. And we're going to talk maybe about ways that we can work on middle together somehow. So
I was going to say, I know that our staff is going to be at Shelby Park
yes,
all that day,
yes.
beginning at 4 a.m. So.
Yes. I did not want to leave you out or let you think that I wasn't knowing you were here. Yeah. I'm gonna try and talk with her about, how we want to do it going forward, because we just really want
I would catch her
everybody.
early because Friday she usually tries to take some time off because we work this weekend. We've got walk meetings and a primer this weekend that she's got to work with me. So
Good to
catch her
know.
early.
Okay. And thank you, Dawn, for being on. It's really nice to see you. Okay. Any other questions about walk day and who's going to be where, or any questions in general? Because I think my main points kind of have been covered. So I want to just open the floor to y'all about what you need from me, anything that's not clear still, just how we move forward.
I think, again, something, in talking about how to kind of get all this together, I am not good at fundraising. I don't really know how to do it. I don't know how to approach it. So anything you can teach me about that would be very helpful.
Yeah, I have like I call it my quick and dirty, but it's like your 3 things to do to start your fundraising. And it's Facebook fundraising. And I don't know, I'm sure several of you have had experience with Facebook fundraising, but it's kind of a revolutionary tool for something like Walk. My past job, where I did a walk last year, Facebook fundraisers made up between 30 and 40% of the income, which is insane. Because, and think I shared this on the kickoff. I created one, and a girl I've not talked to that I'm, friends with, I haven't talked to her in 3 years, donated $75. And I would have never emailed her. I would have never reached out to her. So it's pretty incredible. So that is like number one baseline. Number two is
you set up a separate Facebook account, or do we go through?
you go through your
NAMI
personal.
I go through my personal. Gotcha.
Yes. You'll, Mark, forgive me. I don't know. Are you registered yet?
I have not.
Okay.
I haven't really, didn't know much, enough about this to even begin to, register. So,
Sure.
like I said, I will speak with my support group tonight to see kind of what the interest it is in, and I will go from there.
Yes. Okay, perfect. And then in the email, of course, I'm going to again send exactly how you register. But my second big fundraising tip for everybody is just pick 10 people and send an email and say, hey, NAMI Walks is May 21st. I'm fundraising on behalf of my affiliate. Please consider donating to me, and then give them the link. And that's normally pretty successful if you can just pick 5-10 people. And then once you get that started and get some momentum going, those are really the best ways to really set a foundation to fundraise. And then from there, I can always coach you, because that's really my role. I want you all to think of me as your coach.
I definitely will.
Any other questions?
Victoria,
Yes.
is Greenville going to be, do we know anything? Is Greenville going to be working with us in Upper East?
I have not been able to get in touch with, thank you, Della. I've not been able to get in touch with Greenville. They were a big part of, yeah, could you?
I'll talk to Sabrina and see,
Thank you. Yeah.
She's supposed to be at our meeting next Thursday if I can't
Okay.
get her before anyway. And that's, everybody else is going to be considered, I don't know, other affiliates lower than that, but they'll be considered in East, right? They'll be going to Knoxville, right? We don't have
Yes.
anybody in between. I didn't think there was anybody in Hawkins or anything like that. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
the other question I have is, on the kickoff, it talked about sponsors tables.
Mhm.
Are you all going to try and recruit those? Do we need to talk to people like Creekside or Frontier Health to see if they would be interested in having a table?
So that is
Those are the mental
something-
health. Yeah.
So if you'll check our website, all of our sponsors are on the website. Here, I'll just go ahead and pull it up so you can see, so that we don't double dip.
Okay.
But if it is a sponsor you don't see on here, because Judy, correct me if I'm wrong, let me share this. There's no one that I have in the pipeline that's not on here that is a serious contender. Now, granted, we did add today Rogers Behavioral Health, and we also added MSHN. But if they're not on here, the bronze is TMHCA, then I will attach the sponsor packet. If you want to approach them, that is definitely something that we encourage, and they can, give them the option when they look at the packet of, we do have the vendor tables, but we do of course want sponsors to come in a little bit higher. So make sure that they know they can still come in at, $2,500, $1,000, and they're getting benefits where their name is going to be spread across the state. It's not just in one region, it's a statewide promotion. So,
Creekside
oh my
did
God, I'm like, is that my
donate.
phone? Do what now? I'm sorry.
Victoria, Creekside is up here, so did they donate 500?
Creekside went for 2,500. They're up here. Can you see it? Did I share it right? Yeah.
Yeah.
When you talk about sponsors, are we looking at specifically mental health organizations, or in my area, we have Amazon, we have FedEx, we have UPS, Hollister, and approaching them as sponsors.
Yeah. we do want larger corporations like that can often come in at the higher level. So it's definitely not limited to mental health. It can be any kind of corporation. And I know there are those big entities where you are. One way, I mean, this sounds bad, but mental health affects everyone. So really it is not hard to appeal to some of these larger companies. It's not really
Right.
a niche disease.
Right.
So really just promoting that and emphasizing that, that'll resonate with someone. So we
Right.
do want to approach those companies.
Yeah.
With me coming in, mid-February, we've missed out on the window for several of those, but I'm really excited because, our fiscal year starts in July and I will need your help to hit the ground running and approach those companies for next year.
Right. Right.
But I will say some of these smaller local mental health organizations, those are the ones that have been really coming in lately.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, and I wanted to approach these companies to, really promote NAMI in general. And
Yes.
so, okay.
Yeah. And that's something, as we get further into the year, we can present them a signature events package so that they're involved with the
Oh, good idea.
gala, with the convention, all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Good idea. Okay, great.
Okay, we've got a few more minutes, guys. Anybody else have questions or need clarity? And no question is a dumb question.
Well, good. That saves me.
Victoria,
Yes, ma'am.
will we have region specific flyers? Do you know?
I can make that. I've got the template. I can do that.
Okay. Once we narrow down where we're gonna have the list, I would like to get my hands on some flyers.
Yes.
It's region specific.
And then if
Okay.
anybody, I know printers are kind of hit and miss. If anybody needs hard copies of anything sent to you, let me know and let me know how many you need and we can mail those to you from our office.
Victoria,
Yes.
were you able to get a hold of Cook Bill?
Wendy, are you frozen?
I don't think so. I was just wondering if you were able to get a hold of Cook Bill.
I've reached out a couple of times and have not heard from them. If you could reach out and try and get in touch with them, that would be great.
I'm actually meeting with her next week on Wednesday. If there's anything you want me to pass on, if you want to email it to me so I can print it, or anything at all you want me to give her or talk to her about, just let me know.
That'd be great. I want to make sure that everyone knows that it's so important to get those agreements back to us. I think everyone on the call has gotten me their affiliate agreement, because if we don't have that, you're not going to get that.
We have the
that-
affiliate agreement.
Yeah, that mini grant back, which is huge.
Mm-hmm.
If there is an affiliate, Mary or Wendy, that really doesn't have the capacity to be involved with the walk, please do let them know that they can have a team, they can register. We still want them involved and we still want them at the picnic, but
Mhm.
I think everybody on this call is interested in being that walk partner affiliate.
Right.
Questions? Concerns, comments,
Mhm.
hopes, dreams, fears?
Well, all of a sudden you want to make me start to sing.
Well, we really, really appreciate you guys. I know I'm still new and I appreciate y'all being patient with me. I just want you to know that I am your partner in all this, and I'm really, really excited to use this regional format and this family picnic this year and just work together, because it's going to be a great, great walk year, especially being back together finally.
Yeah, and you're doing a great job.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I am just really thankful for y'all, and y'all please do not hesitate to call me, email me, lean on Mary and Wendy. We're all in touch all the time. and we're here for you. So
Yeah.
I will send you this very large email that I've referenced several times with everything you need. And if you want to just flag it or star it, just so you can reference it, that's probably the best thing. But again, feel free to reach out to me if you think of any questions or anything after this.
What I just wanted to say, Mary, I love you. You're great. Because I was kidding you before, and I just wanted to make sure that you knew I was kidding you. So,
I knew it, and I love you too.
okay, thanks.
You are
Appreciate you.
giving me the warm fuzzies on a Thursday afternoon. All right. I will reach out to each of y'all that have been on the call either tomorrow or Monday. And we'll connect. But thank y'all for being here today. And if there's no questions, we will wrap it up.
Thanks a lot, Victoria.
When you were saying that you were going to call tomorrow, is that what?
Yes. Is
Okay,
that-
I teach class from 9 to 2:30 p.m. and then I have another obligation. So let me know what time that you and see how I can fit that in.
you want me to call you Monday? Would that be better?
Monday would be a much better date. Yep.
I can do that.
All righty, great.
All right, guys. Have a wonderful afternoon, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for all y'all do.
Great job.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I never know how to get out of these meetings. I always do this. How do I get out of here? Oh,
Lower right-hand
Lord.
Corner, leave, end meeting for all.
Trying and it's
Big red leave button.
bye-bye.